Hey guys, what's going on? Back with another zombies video. As a lot of you might remember, Jimmy Zielinski was the director of zombies for, I believe, World at War, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 2. After Black Ops 2, he was let go from Treyarch because of a lot of negative feedback from Black Ops 2 Transit, very Die Rise, and Jason Blundell did Mob of the Dead and Origins, but the community started siding with Jason's map rather than Jimmy's map. And of course, the truth is, and I think enough time has passed for us to, or I shouldn't say us, I should say the zombies community to admit that his maps are a lot harder than Jason's maps. Jason gave you like 5 wonder weapons, and it was more about enjoying the game mode, I guess, rather than it being a difficult like Jimmy's maps were. And I pride myself in being good at zombies, and I like Jimmy's maps. I started Black Ops 2. But truth be told, you look at Mob of the Dead, you're getting one of the weapons in the box, you're getting a golden spork. You're getting a lot of stuff to help you out. In Origins, of course, you got overpowered staffs and weapons and a lot of stuff to help you along the way. Where Jimmy's map was just hardcore, bare bones, and stuff that people miss now. But that's just a little bit of a backstory um, about what went on in Black Ops 2. And another really quick side story is I've been going back and looking a lot of the old maps, trying to look at visual Easter eggs and stuff that was unexplained or unsolved by the zombies community. And I decided pretty much after finding a couple things that it wasn't my place to give the answers to the zombies community. I felt like when Jimmy was ready, I don't know if he was still a little bit hurt from how maybe everything happened at Treyarch, but I felt when he was ready, he would come back to the zombies community and talk to people and start dropping little clues and hints like that. I didn't want to steal that moment away from him because I kind of agree with him. He said it himself that a lot of the Easter eggs and questions that people have, you're gonna have to want to do your own research to find the answers. It's possible to find the answers and stuff like that. And most of it is just I'm gonna say most of it's just inspiration, maybe some backstory. Nothing really in game, just kind of like what the maps are based off of, why certain things were in the map. So like I said, I don't want to give any answers away myself, and there's stuff that I still know, and I might have shared it on Twitter with Jimmy and Treyarch. But as far as the zombies community and making videos, I didn't do too much. There's still some stuff that I might have under my sleeve, I guess is the saying. So this is one of those moments where Jimmy kind of came out of hide came out. I don't say it came out of hiding, but kind of maybe gave us a little bit of an answer. And I guess I see that he gives answers to maybe the everyday player, not like YouTubers and stuff like that. So that's kind of nice that I feel like he honors the average player or the no name player, I guess, rather than giving answers to people that just want to make a buck off of it. So as you see in the title, what I'm talking about is Ascension. And once you see what the answer that Jimmy gave us, it's gonna make a lot of sense. And I never really got to around to Ascension because I started Black Ops 2 and I went back and did World at War maps and looked at a couple things. I looked at a couple things on Black Ops, but just never got around to Ascension. Ascension was the first DLC map in Black Ops, and truth be told, Jimmy's maps were pretty much all based off of movies. It's kind of like a weird um, alternate reality, kind of like um, what's his face? I can't remember his name. the director that has like alternate realities in his movies. Like I forget his name, Quentin Tarantino. There it is. I actually know that because that's kind of what Kino the Turtle was based off of. But Quentin Tarantino makes movies kind of like Jimmy makes maps of alternate realities. So a lot of his maps were alternate reality of movies, and this is just another example of what the inspiration was for Ascension. So I'll kind of go through the map first. I'll show you a couple things, and then I'll go towards the end what he was talking about. So as you can see, and this is Black Ops 3 Zombie Chronicles Ascension. I deleted Black Ops to make space for Modern Warfare because it's 100 gigabyte, 107 to be exact gigabyte. So Black Ops, I kind of deleted that, and I still have Black Ops 3 because I love the advanced movement aspect of multiplayer. Not necessarily so much anything about zombies, and I figure the same thing. Zombie Chronicles has a lot of the old maps. So as you can see, when you're playing and you load into Ascension, it's in black and white. And unless you have seen this movie, and I know there's probably several movies out there maybe that does the same thing, and I know Infinite Warfare does the same thing in one of the movies. So that's another thing to keep in mind while you're watching this. So anyways, as you can see, when you start, it's obviously in black and white, and a lot of people might not even have played Ascension. Some people might not even have played Ascension. I think a lot of the zombie players, or average player, they just buy the game and just play on disc, like Kino in this case, and 5. But maybe a lot of people don't play DLCs, and I guess I was one of those people. I just kind of just played what was on disc. Then later, eventually, I decided, I'll buy a couple DLCs here and there when I first started playing zombies. So this is just from a public lobby. I don't know any of these people. I'm actually kind of following him. I'm like, he probably knows where the power is. And I mentioned that to Kevin Sherwood, who does the songs for the Easter egg songs for zombies. Is like, oh, I'm like, hey, I was just playing Ascension, doing some research, to try and see if there's what kind of connections I can make. And keep in mind too, this is just done briefly. I'm sure there might be more connections that people might find once you figure out the movie. But like I like doing it. I think unfortunately some people might not like it this way, where I kind of like just showing how it's figured out along the way in a couple things. So as you can see, for this first clip that I just played, best thing to take away from it is just that you load in black and white. When you turn on power, it goes to color. So in the next clip, and this is just, I'll go over a couple things, and it's to make it a lot obvious what the movie was. And like I said, if it was, and I'll be honest, if it wasn't for Jimmy, I maybe not right away would have figured it out. I just haven't really gotten around to it. And I'll go back to that, but as you can see right now in Ascension, the dog rounds are monkey rounds, and the monkeys come down and they steal your stuff. They fall in these, I guess, lunar landers, and those are one of the chimps there. I'll probably go through this clip one more time, but I just kind of want to show you little chimps. They come down from those lunar landers or whatever that is. Maybe some type of re-entry capsule of sorts. And I mean, that's pretty much it, I believe, for this clip. I'm just gonna get my mouse going. Really quickly, I'm gonna pause it here. Another thing that you can kind of take away from this, and you'll see how it's all gonna make sense, is that there's little winged creatures, bats or birds, vultures maybe, flying around, and unless you have um, no clip, you can go and see what those are, and I'll just kind of go back to that part real quick. So, like I said, monkeys are one thing, and they come and they try and steal or destroy the perk machines. And if you stop them, you get a free perk from it. So, like, you can, I can't really zoom, but you'll see like stuff flying around in the sky. You know what's funny? Imagine this was all linked to Extinction too. How like this was just an alternate version of Extinction, Ascension, and maybe like it's happening all at the same time. But that's something for another day. Okay, so far, like I said, black and white to color, monkeys, and then stuff flying around. Just some stuff to take away from it. And then this was a big hint also in Kino der Toten. They're probably more audio reels than they are movie reels, but I just wanted to point out that it could be movie reels inside Ascension. Also dropping a hint that, hey, this is based off of a movie, and or audio reels, however you want to take it. I don't think there's much film projectors in Ascension, but just something to kind of take away from it. So what the movie is, and I can't play it obviously because it's gonna be copyrighted. I can do the zombies. Is that it's based off of the Wizard of Oz. When the Wizard of Oz starts, and I'd say maybe like 15-20 minutes into the movie before, or really quickly, if you're not familiar, and depending how young you are, uh, Wizard of Oz is made from a book of a farm girl who lived with her aunt and uncle, Auntie M, and I guess her uncle, and a tornado hits, destroys the house, lifts it up, drops it on the ground. She gets knocked unconscious, and it does parallel. And I'm not going to tell you because I said it's something that when Jimmy's ready, or maybe Treyarch is ready, that they'll explain it to you. It's the same thing as Zombies. Zombies is based off a girl telling a story, and it's not Dorothy, but it just kind of parallels the same thing. How it's all about one girl telling a story. She gets knocked unconscious, and she's dreaming when she goes into Oz, the land of Oz. So in the first couple movie, first couple minutes of the movie, it's in black and white. I'm just going through some scenes, and every character, and when it's in black and white, it is the real life, and you'll see like these are characters, her family members, and people in real life. Like this lady ends up being the witch when she goes to Oz. So she wakes up from the bed, she gets knocked unconscious, then lays on the bed. When she wakes up, or you think she woke up, but it's all just a dream. She's unconscious, so you'll see at the end of the movie. She opens the door, and then it starts to become color. It becomes color, and then she goes into the land of Oz with the Munchkins, and everything from there on forward becomes colorized. Like in Ascension, when you turn on power, everything becomes colorized. And I'll have to go back and do some more research. It kind of reminds me of Ancient Evil, to be honest, because I see some stuff in here that looks like Ancient Evil. But that's something I'll have to kind of look at. But like I said, just to backtrack, for the first 20 minutes before the tornado hits, in the sky almost looks the same too. And it made me also think about Origins end cutscene when the siren goes off. Maybe that was supposed to be the ending we're supposed to get before Jason took over. So anyways, the first 20 minutes are in black and white. She wakes up, she opens the door, and the door leads her into the land of Oz, where her house has now traveled to the land of Oz. And I just want to kind of point out some more things. These are the monkeys in the Wizard of Oz, and they come in flying, kind of like the creatures I showed by the moon, with the huge wings. And I kind of clipped it, but you can't really see it that well there. And the witch, which is the same lady that stole her Toto, is the same in the real world. In the dream world, is the witch. And these are the monkeys again with the wings that come in and like steal stuff, I believe, in the movie. See, they have their wings. So anyways, this is the tweet that kind of confirmed everything. Someone called G-Man is alive tweeted, Jimmy said, something cool can you tell us about Ascension that we may not know? Anything goes. And he responded, you know, the famous quote from The Wizard of Oz and Dorothy, there's no place like home, when she clicks her heels together. And I guess the D is supposed to be Dorothy, I believe. And then the last thing, the Ascension loading screen, I don't see much referencing The Wizard of Oz. I don't know if the last frame is supposed to be like the great and powerful Oz of some sort, or maybe somebody's controlling him. I don't know. Or maybe that's Stuhlinger, how maybe somebody's controlling Stuhlinger, and that's maybe in the first one is Marlton, and then that's Stuhlinger. But Stuhlinger has shorts on, so that's probably not him. So anyways, let me just kind of recap real quick. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry, and never would have figured out if it wasn't for Jimmy. So, just gonna kind of go back from the beginning. When you go play Ascension, you know, you turn on power, it goes to color, kind of symbolizing when Dorothy, maybe something with power, in zombies. Maybe that was supposed to be a storyline that Jimmy was gonna venture down. So anyways, you turn on power, and then everything goes to color. Imagine that was like with zombies, where like the zombies wouldn't spawn. I think there's a map that does that. Oh, maybe that's 5, isn't it? So anyways, yeah, you turn on power, and then there's monkeys that come down, and there's stuff flying. So it all makes sense now that, you know, like I said, there's some stuff that I know of, that I'm not going to really bring out there into the forefront of the public until, I guess, Jimmy's ready. I feel like it's his kind of, it would be his place. I don't want to steal that moment from him. Not that he probably cares, but, you know, you can see stuff flying around, so that's pretty awesome. Film reels, and then, like I said again, Dorothy in black and white till she opens the door, and everything becomes color. There's maybe monkeys flying around, and more monkeys flying around. There's probably more, but I kind of just wanted to put this together really quickly. So, like I said, in October, funny enough, right around almost Halloween time. Says, so the answer, some people might not know, there's no place like home when Dorothy clicks her heels. I don't know if any of that happens in Ascension. I'll have to maybe play it some more, look at some videos online. Dorothy, D for Dorothy, and I don't know if this makes any connection or if it's just pretty much the Cosmodrome. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. I'll see you guys later.